Hey everybody, I just noticed that my blouse matches my wall paint. So again, I have no idea what I'm doing. I might want to look up tips and tricks if you're going to film content and not do that next time. So thanks for your patience as I'm learning. Today I want to just talk a little bit about demystifying AA. There are some things that would have been highly beneficial for me to know or helpful at the very beginning when I first joined the program. And I do want to say that this is just what worked for me. If you have something that worked for you, I wholeheartedly support it. In fact, comment about it. Like AA might not be a fit for somebody, but your program could be. So whatever works for you, 1000% support. The first thing I want to talk about that would have been helpful for me to know at the beginning, especially, and I'll tell you the story of why, is the difference when a meeting refers to itself as open or closed. So a closed meeting is for alcoholics only. Now, the only requirement for AA membership is a desire to stop drinking, which is our third tradition. And so if you have a desire to stop drinking, you can go to a closed meeting. And there are also references to open meetings. Open meetings are for anyone at all. Your friends, your family. My 16-year-old daughter has come. We'll sometimes see people in the medical professionals, nurses in school, who part of their schooling, they need to come to an AA program. That would have been really helpful for me to know at the very beginning, because my mom and I, when I was 26, I was trying to get to meetings, and she was taking me. She was kind of like my ride or die at that time when I got out of my inpatient rehab location. And she went with me because it was around lunchtime when we came in, and very quickly figured out that what closed meeting meant. And my mother is not an alcoholic, but the folks in there were kind enough and they voted to open up the meeting so she could stay. I don't know if that's going to be your experience. Different groups have different perspectives, but that group did that for us so my mom could stay. Otherwise, she would have needed to leave if they wanted to keep it closed, and I could have stayed as I'm the alcoholic. Also, what I really needed my first year are these really cool things that we have called chips. Now, the most important chip of all is the desire chip. It's an outward token of an inward desire to stay sober for a 24-hour period. So if you're just getting sober, grab a desire chip. If you come in 10 times and you've had 10 relapses, keep getting the desire chip. That really, really matters. We also do chips, many meetings do, in increments of 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, and then also 6 and 9 months. And then we do annual chips, and I got these for my 13 year from two of my dear friends. I will say, having 13 years, I am beyond impressed, way more impressed when somebody picks up a monthly chip than somebody that picks up 13 years. I know how hard that very first year is. Getting sober is really hard. It is so much easier to stay sober. So get those chips. I needed that applause. That first year, it really, really, really helped me getting those chips. And I still actually have all my chips. Also, we have literature. So two of our core books, and you might have seen this one, sometimes, people are in the program, they get photographed if they're in Hollywood, but this one, it has a notorious color of blue, and it actually is called The Big Book, and it is the Big Blue Book. So the first 164 pages are about the program, and then behind that are lots and lots and lots of stories. I love the stories. Some people only love the 164. But another book that's also very helpful and complementary to the Big Book is this one right here called The 12 Steps and the 12 Traditions. So the 12 steps, there are 12 steps in AA and there are 12 traditions in AA. And the steps are what you will work to get sober. But this will deep dive them, because in the Big Book, you might have a couple of paragraphs on a specific step. And you're like, how am I supposed to do work on that? I need more information. Well, this right here, there's a chapter per step in here. So this is really, really helpful for me to really understand each step and kind of the work that I needed to do. Of course, I had a sponsor and I worked with my sponsor, but this gave me a lot of context that I was missing. So those are a couple helpful tips and tricks. Again, wanting to demystify it, candidly, I had heard of AA. I thought it was a bunch of weirdos. I thought they were a cult. And I can honestly say they're the most genuine, coolest people that I've ever met in my entire life. And I am so grateful for the people in the rooms these days, because it's a really great community. I've never been a part of something where they genuinely want the best for you. They will cheerlead you. They will throw glitter at you. They will applaud you. And you don't always get that in the outside world. So hopefully that helps. Thanks, everybody.